Welcome to the Jake Turner Podcast, where we share tools to win in life, health, and business. Hello, I'm Jake Turner. I have my doctorate in nurse anesthesia, and I'm a certified life coach. Today's guest built his dream one car at a time. From late nights detailing under streetlights in his driveway to running one of the most trusted detailing brands in the city, Taylor turned grit into precision and obsession into art. He proves that mastery is earned, not given, and that when passion meets discipline, the shine never fades. Please welcome my friend, Taylor, the craftsman who polished a dream into reality. What's up, dude?
Good to be here.
Yeah. First time on camera.
Yep, first time.
A little nervous.
A little bit, but we're going to get through it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It'll be good. You can just take some of my calmness.
There you go.
You can borrow it. Once we get flowing, it's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
You started with nothing but a few lights in a driveway. What kept you working when nobody was watching?
I think just the drive and the grit to want to be successful, really. Just growing a business with your name on it and just the success at the end of the day, wanting to be successful and driving every day to be that.
How do you know you've been successful in your mind?
I think to me it's obviously, I think success is being able to create something and work for that every day and just keep building that, as more successful over time, things like that.
Is there anyone you can think of who is like a role model for you for your success?
Definitely my buddy Rick. You had him on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
He helped start all this, and there was days where I was like, I don't want to do this full time, and he's like, no, just do it. Dive off the deep end, and I can't thank him enough for that. I've kind of just listened to, successful people and try to learn and build from that all in the same time.
I think it's smart finding someone who's done it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then mirroring what they do.
Yeah,
rob
absolutely.
And steal their techniques per se.
Yeah. I try to pay attention to people that is successful already, and like you said, learn and build off that.
What do you think is the biggest lesson you've learned from quitting your old job and doing your business full time?
Biggest lesson, I'm gonna say, probably just the drive to want to do it, and you got to stay dedicated. Obviously, you got more of a flexible schedule when you work for yourself, but it's you got to stay dedicated and on track. If you lose sight of that, then I feel like the end goal kind of drifts away in a way. So just staying motivated, wanting to be better every day, and just striving to be better.
I think it's smart, be on that path of growth.
Yeah, you always got to grow.
Yeah.
Always got to grow.
Yeah, and then when Sunday comes around, you're telling yourself a story of growth.
Yeah.
Not one of like, oh, I didn't clean. I don't know how many cars a week you clean, but I didn't clean 15 cars, I only cleaned 13.
Yeah.
When I'm guessing that's a decent amount. I
Right.
don't know.
That's a decent amount.
Yeah, I don't know. How many cars a week do you clean currently? I mean, you have people working for you.
Yep,
correct?
I've got one person that's working for me. She's
Cool.
She's great. She helps out a bunch, but being a one-man show, you can only do so many in
Sure.
a day and keep the quality good. That's one thing. You got to keep it. You want to keep it good. I don't want to cut no corners, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Because what built it was a reputation, and I want to keep that reputation.
Yeah, and that's smart, and then hiring for help too. Which do you have an assistant?
I don't have an assistant. I just have somebody that helps me, in the everyday cleaning process.
Okay. Which important fact to know, if you don't have a person for your business yet in a certain aspect, like an assistant or a marketer or someone for sales, you are that person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you don't have an assistant, you are the assistant.
Yeah.
That's just factual how it is. And,
Yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Especially when you get going. It's just a good thing to be self-aware of.
Yeah.
And realizing that if I want to grow, I need to build out a team who can help me. It can be hard to find people you trust in too.
Yeah, I feel like you got to have, especially working on people's cars, like you have to be able to trust the person that's helping you every day, if, to not mess something up or, something like that. Because when you're dealing with the public, you got to be able to, you got to have somebody you trust also to be able to do alongside the work that you're doing.
Oh, absolutely. Just to show up on time.
Absolutely. That's huge.
Yep.
I mean, this day and time, that could be difficult. And luckily I've got somebody that shows up on time. She's really good. I trust her fully. I don't have to go over her stuff. Like we get it done and it's all good.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you got someone great working for you. What's one moment you almost quit and what made you keep going?
This is a funny story. So,
okay. Taylor's a character, by the way.
One moment I almost quit. So at the very beginning of this, when there was no shop, there was no nothing. I was struggling, bumming people's shops. When it was so cold out, and there was one night where it really got to me. I was cleaning a car for one of my repeat customers, a great customer. And it was so cold in my buddy's shop. I was thankful to have a shop, but he had no heat in it, so it was cold. And I remember the water was freezing on the car before I could even clean it. And I was like, man, am I even doing this? Like, what am I doing? Yeah. And then I kind of was like, okay, just keep going, keep building. Mm-hmm. And that was one time where I was like, I don't know if this is right, but it's all paid off now. Yeah. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Well, was it like, it's December. No, it's not December. It's November. What time of year was it? Do you remember?
I think it was like January, sometime around there. I just remember it was so cold, and this guy was like, I don't want, it just snowed, cars were a mess.
Yeah.
And he was like, let's get it done. I'm like, okay, I'll make it happen somehow. I don't know how, but I'll make it happen.
Yeah, they were like a blow dryer and then like washing at the same time. I mean, the bubbles are freezing.
It's funny you say that. There was a hairdryer involved in this because it was so cold, the water was freezing on the car and I couldn't do nothing about it. Oh, and I'm like, I just don't know. This is bad. But hey, we got her done, got her shined up, and that customer still comes to me to this day, so he's a good customer.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Yeah.
Gosh, it can get really cold in Kentucky.
It was, I don't remember the exact temperature, but it was cold. And obviously it was cold enough to freeze in the shop. Like, I was cold. Sure. Everybody involved was struggling. And at that time, it was just me.
Yeah.
So, my buddy that was nice enough to bum me his shop for the night, he was inside chilling in the heat watching TV.
Like a cup of cocoa by the fire.
And I'm just, freezing. And I'm like, we just got to keep pushing.
Bucket of water and a blow dryer.
Yeah, we got to keep pushing. So
that's some dedication right there. Yeah. So, well, that's awesome. You've obviously come a long way.
Yeah, come a long way. We got our own shop built now. It's got heating and air, thankfully. So
amazing.
That's a struggle that we don't have to worry about no more, thankfully.
Yeah, or like to make heated buckets of water. Maybe have something like that too.
Yeah, that would be good too. At the time, I didn't have that. I do now.
That'd be sick. Oh, they make that.
Well, I've got heated water in my shop now. So.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I need to get my truck detailed sometime.
I know a guy.
Yeah. We'll line it up.
Yeah.
You said anything is possible when you're motivated to make it possible. What does that mean to you?
I think you just, like it says, you've got to be motivated, and if you're not motivated, then you're not going to have the outcome you want. And if you are motivated to make it work and make things great, then it's going to work in the long run.
Where's the time or can you think of a time when you weren't very motivated and then you powered through it?
It goes back to the early days in the business, like the story I just told, or, there was many nights before the shop where, when time, like right now, when it gets dark at 5:00, I was working a full-time job, get home at 3:30, start on a car. At 5:00, it's dark. So I'm setting up lights, working with headlamps, trying to clean these cars for these customers. And it really humbles you when you see kind of where it's at today and look back to where it started.
Mm-hmm.
It's very good.
Yeah, come a long way for sure. Now I gotta ask this before we get too deep in some of these other questions.
Okay.
So, me, you, and Rick are all friends.
Yep.
And for sure, one thing we always tease you about is your diet.
I knew this was going to come up.
Of course, it's gonna come up.
Yeah.
How can not? Why do you only have a cheeseburger style diet?
Well, it's funny you bring this up. I was actually on the phone with Rick when coming up here, and he was like, maybe he's going to talk about your diet. And he said, what are you going to say if he does? And I'm going to lay it out flat. Hey, if you ain't eating cheeseburgers, your taste buds are not doing well for you. That's all there is to it. Like, start living, start adjusting those taste buds, and you're going to have a good time.
I mean, you always have me give it a good time. I was just crack up because me and Rick eat pretty healthy.
Yeah.
We all go ride down dirt bikes together, and you're wanting to get like a cheeseburger before we go.
Hey, makes you fast on dirt bikes.
That's all
there is to it.
Well, it must, because objectively, you were faster than me and Rick on the dirt bike, so it's kind of some insult to injury. We get to the track and we look like we're in shape, but then you're going
y'all look like you're in shape. You're eating all this healthy stuff. I'm like, just give me a double cheeseburger and let's go rip. Right. That's all we need.
It's working, man.
I don't know where it came from, honestly. Yeah. I joke saying your taste buds hate you. Mine hate me because realistically, I'll try just about anything and just I don't like much. I don't know what it is. I eat like a 3-year-old, but it works for now.
Yeah.
Probably not the best on the body, but
well, you can always improve over time. I mean, to your credit, like you said, I've been out to restaurants with you for sure. And you'll try stuff. It's not like you're just like, nah, I'm not gonna try it. Chicken fingers,
absolutely.
Mac and cheese, peanut butter and jelly. You'll try different things. That you haven't tried. So
absolutely.
You're open-minded.
I'm always open to trying it. And as much as I wish sometimes I'd be like, oh, let's go eat a salad or try to be healthy or something, like I'll always try it. I'm gonna go in open-minded, like you said, but it's just my taste buds just don't like it, and it's like, well. What do you do?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Who doesn't love a good cheeseburger? You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of it. The cheeseburger's where it's at.
Take me back to your first dirt bike. Would that machine teach a 7-year-old about freedom?
Dirt bikes are very good from a young age. I think about, like you said, teaching freedom. It almost takes you to a place where, when you're riding, nothing else matters. I mean, the world kind of slows down in a way, and you just worry about, riding and what's at hand and maybe improving things such as that. But it also, I feel like, teaches a lot of discipline. For me personally, I got dirt bikes at a young age. I wanted to race, all that, and my dad was very strict. He was like, hey, grades are going to come first. You got chores, all that. And, if grades start failing, if chores, you start slacking, like the dirt bike's gone. So it taught me discipline and guidance at a young age, I feel like, on, responsibility.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's definitely important. I mean, it takes a lot of motivation to ride dirt bikes and race them too, because you race as
absolutely.
Well. Now, I always like to keep my bike really clean as well, and so do you. Do you think the motivation for your cleaning car business started from your dirt bikes as well?
I think it did, honestly, because that was another thing. It kind of stemmed from my dad. He was like, I'm going to pay for these things, because you're young, but, like, it's your responsibility. If we go ride, if you go race, you're going to clean it the next day. Like, it needs to look presentable, all that. So, I mean, at a young age, I was meticulously cleaning, and I always wanted to show up to the race with my bike just spotless. So I do feel like that stemmed from a very young age, and it's kind of carried over even before the business started. I always really wanted, from 16, like I wanted my vehicles to look good, presentable. I just feel like it presents a good image when things are clean and kept tight.
There's something about it too. I think it applies to a vehicle. I think it also, like you said, applies to the dirt bike. I feel a lot more confident on my bike.
Absolutely.
When I show up to the track and it's clean and I polish my frame really good, it's versus, there's the guy who shows the track and the bike's already kind of dirty, you know, and it's just like, what is,
some
what's
people
going on
can
here?
make it work, but I'm like you. If you show up with a clean bike, like I feel like you're starting fresh for the day, and it's gonna lead to a good ending.
Yeah, and I'm always surprised. Like I'd wash my bike, usually within a day or two of riding, and a couple years later always looks great.
Yeah.
People always come up like, "Oh, is it like what year is that? Is that brand new?" And like, no, I just wash it.
Exactly. It's all in how you take care of things.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I got the same thing. My dad always made sure I had bikes to race. He always made sure they were safe, but it wasn't always the newest, nicest thing,
Sure.
So it was up to me to keep it nice. And like you said, I feel like that teaches a lot. And, when you show up to a race, if you show up with a clean bike, it's like, well, okay, we're starting fresh when somebody over there maybe don't take as much care of it. So like, kind of makes you wonder, like, how motivated are they to do good?
Yeah. Are they inspecting their bike? Are they making sure the bolts are tightened? Are they missing the minute details that stack up over time?
Absolutely.
And that applies to everything. I mean, if you treated relationships the way some people treated their bikes, it's like you're never paying any attention to it.
Absolutely.
How do you think it's going to perform in the long run?
Right. It stems, something so small can stem to a bigger outcome, I feel like.
Oh, absolutely. And as much as we like to think, oh, like that isn't connected to this thing over here, like, oh, it definitely is.
Yeah. 100%.
Everything is connected, especially the way our own lives work. If we're in shape, if we're eating well, if we're doing well in our business, people will be like, hey, what's Taylor doing?
Yeah.
Like, how's he cleaning his vehicle?
Yeah.
How's he, where's he getting a cheeseburger at?
Yeah.
The important things.
Yeah, the important things. Yeah.
Years later, you rebuilt that same dirt bike and parked it in your shop. What story does it tell every time you walk past it?
So that dirt bike, it's got a cool story. It was my very first dirt bike, and when I was a kid, it was just like I took care of it, but I mean that thing had hours and hours on it, just riding laps every day. After homework, is like, okay, we're going to ride.
Yeah.
And a couple years in, like that thing had 1 million hours, and the motor finally locked up. And by that time, I had another race bike. And that was kind of just a play bike. So it kind of got tucked away and forgotten about. My dad actually put it in storage. And up until, that was when I was 9 years old, up until this year, and I'm 31, it never seen the light of day. It was in a storage building.
Really?
And thank goodness my dad kept it, but it was almost forgot about also. So now being able to financially, get it out, and I knew I wanted to rebuild it and stuff like that. So I dug it out, washed it, got it all shined up, and then I took the motor, had it rebuilt, and it obviously cost way more than the old bike's worth. But to me, it's worth a lot because it's kind of where it all started. And now I've got it. It runs. It don't get road hard. It's more of a showpiece now, but it sits in my shop, and every time I walk by it tells a story of pretty much what started dirt bikes, the whole racing career. I mean, it tells it all.
Is that the two-stroke you brought to the track?
No, this is a little TTR 90.
Is it? Okay.
About that tall.
Okay, I was curious.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've seen the two-stroke.
No, the two-strokes a race bike, but no, this one's a little old TTR 90.
Wow.
It's what started it all.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I first got a dirt bike, a CR 125.
Yeah.
When I used to ride quads a lot, and then I bought my own. I wanted to start doing the big jumps.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, the only way to really do that is get a dirt bike,
And eat cheeseburgers.
That's
what you got to do. You got to remember that.
One of my favorite things to do after dirt bike riding and just in general is to like go someplace to get cheeseburgers and then like cheers cheeseburgers with someone.
Yep.
You know, kind of like you're cheersing drinks, you know.
Absolutely.
It's just feel like it's all American thing.
Yep.
So we'll have to do that next time we
absolutely
go down and ride with Rick. But
yeah.
I want to comment on what you said earlier. I totally agree with when you're riding on the bike, there's no better feeling. You know, I always felt like when I was riding like back home in Illinois on like property or wherever you go, you know, but mainly there it's like you're riding on the track and I had tough growing up and we all have problems we deal with, you know, even now.
Sure.
My cognitive load, I'm thinking about all these things like, oh, my website and then this and podcasts and then all these other things, you know. But when I'm on the bike, you just relax and
it takes it all away.
It all goes away.
It takes it all away and kind of, like I said, slows life down in a sense and puts things into perspective.
Yeah. It's just, there's no better feeling.
There's
I think,
not.
You know,
it's not.
It's awesome. You worked nearly a decade for someone else before betting on yourself. What was a single moment you knew, I can't play small anymore?
Like you said, it was, I worked for a heating and air company, and I'd been there a long time, and the detailing thing had been a few years in the making already at this point, and there was people, you know, such as Rick, you know, close friends saying, hey, you know, step out, let's do it, go full time. And I was just like, you know, I don't know, like I've got a steady paycheck and, you know, nothing's guaranteed, you know, when you leave that, you're kind of just betting on yourself. And it had been weighing on me pretty heavy at the time for 7-8 months because I knew the dedication I put into that after hours and the financial gain also. It just kind of made sense. And then one day, me and my boss, it wasn't nothing crazy, but we kind of disagreed on some things, and I was like, it's time. We're doing it. And I put my 2 weeks in. You know, we had a good talk. Everything was respectful, and hadn't looked back since.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have some momentum?
Absolutely, every day.
Yeah,
you wake up with a goal, and you know, you hit that goal, and then worry about tomorrow's goal, and just keep building every day.
That's awesome, man. Super proud of you, and I'm always here for you if you ever need anything.
Appreciate that.
In any aspect, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of it's. I mean, if you think about it, it's mental. You know,
it is
making that decision to do that. You know, and
I was. The day that all happened at my job, obviously I talked to Rick about it, and he kind of told some of his friends that were business owners and successful people, and the outpouring support I got just that night in general led me to, I was like, okay, this is the right decision. I've built this. It's proven. I just got to trust the process and roll with it.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And you've been making a lot more money too. You
Yeah,
said?
a lot more money.
Yeah, well,
thankfully.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
I mean, more freedom, more money.
Yeah.
I can't tell if you're any happier because you always seem like a very happy guy in general,
which is great. I try to be happy, but it has. Even my girlfriend, she was like, "You stress sometimes now, but it's a different kind of stress. Like, you know, you used to wake up stressing." You know, going to work, making no money, you know, for a company, getting them rich. And it's like, now it's like I'm stressing, but it's for my own gain.
Right. Yeah, it's a different feeling when how much you work directly benefits you to where
absolutely
a lot of times you work for a company. I know I learned at a very early age that the more I worked, the more work I got.
Exactly.
Not more money.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, what?
Yeah, it makes no sense, but it's 100% true. And when you work for yourself, you know, the money comes. But again, I go back to you got to be disciplined. Like, you got to stay on track. You can't, you know, everybody says, oh, you work for yourself. You can run here at 2:00. Well, you know, I could, but that's not going to pay the bills at the end of the month. And like, I want to be successful. So it's like, you got to stay disciplined. You got to stay grounded and keep grinding.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it depends how busy you make yourself too. You know, I mean, at a random 2:00, Now people try and call me, and if someone's not busy or someone their own business, or they don't run themselves busy,
Yeah.
they'll call you. Oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, I don't have time to talk right now. Like,
Yeah.
do you need something? We can.
Yeah.
I can call you later, and then we can when I have more time. But like, it's middle of the day.
Yeah.
I'm doing stuff.
It's funny, kind of a story that goes along with that. One of my buddies called me this past Saturday night, and he was like, "Hey, there's a Supercross race on." He's like, "You'll come over and watch it?" I said, "Man, I'd love to, but I'm working." And he was like, "You're working on a Saturday?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I got to." And he was like, "I never thought I'd hear that out of your mouth." And I'm like, "Well, I'm dedicated. I want to." It goes back to building success. You gotta stay dedicated.
Yeah, I experienced that with the podcast too. Like, people don't think there's a lot of work involved from all different aspects. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know all aspects of videography, I'm not a videographer, but I know he's doing a lot of things that I don't always know either. You know, there's a lot of things behind the scenes people don't see. It's not just like, poof, podcast happens.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it don't work like that. And I mean, same thing on my end. Like, I've got to go get the supplies. Like, there's a lot of late night planning, getting it all scheduled. Like, cars don't just show up and they just magically get clean. Like, there's a lot behind the scenes, like the planning and everything. Same as the podcast, it's all got to be planned to be right.
Yeah, it's not just soap, cars, and water.
Yeah, I wish it was that easy.
It's much different. We talked earlier, she's not going to see this for a couple months, but you got a big change coming in your life. You're going to propose here soon.
Yep.
Tell me about that.
Yep. This weekend, or this next coming weekend, we're actually going on a cruise to the Bahamas. She has no idea. So I've got a ring. I'm excited about it. Can't wait.
Yeah.
She's great. So.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And she seems really great.
Yeah, she's great. We get along wonderful. I mean, couldn't ask for anything better. So yeah. I'm stoked with it.
Yeah, well,
nervous but excited.
Yeah, that's normal. I think that shows you're interested.
Yeah.
Do you know what the biggest mistake that you can make in your life is?
Let's hear it.
Choosing the wrong partner.
That's a big one.
It is. I'm divorced.
Yep.
And I knew things were starting to go wrong when we started arguing a lot more.
Sure.
More and more frequently. And it was about Christmas time, about this time of year. I think it was December, when we got in this big argument. And she left. She's gone for like a week. I don't know where she went. And all of a sudden she shows back up at our apartment, and I was like, okay, hey, yeah, don't mind me, like where you went, and so we made up, and so we started talking about what we're gonna get each other for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what do you want? And she said, I want a divorce. And I said, well,
that's tough.
I didn't plan on spending that much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's expensive. Oh, that's good. Hi. That's good.
I was got to insert my dad jokes in here.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Bad situation, but that's a good one.
Yeah, you gotta make glad the tough times in life.
Absolutely.
How do you just stay creative? So how do you stay creative doing the same thing? Clean, polish, repeat without losing the spark?
Sure. Obviously it's the same thing every day, but it's also different. Like, just the other day, I had a really cool car come in. It was a brand new Dodge Challenger. It had to be ceramic coated. Like, it was sharp. So, like, stuff like that, you're not going to have a nice car every day. But then, it's normally different every day. So, every now and then, you'll roll in real cool cars, classics, stuff like that. And then, some really, really dirty ones, where at the beginning you're like, oh, this is going to be a long day. But then at the end, like, you see the transformation, and it's like, okay, that's cool. Like, and it makes everything all worth it.
Yeah.
So,
Satisfying.
exactly. Very
Something
satisfying.
that's really dirty. Like, you ever watch those, like, pressure washer videos?
Yeah.
Online? It's just like everything's, like, really dirty, and they just clean it, and you just watch it, like, wow, oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of times when that happens, you start off, I don't know if angry is the word, but like, again, this is going to be a long day. And then it's like at the end result is more, I feel like more rewarding than if you're trying to clean, like, you know, a clean car. Right. You know, it's definitely, they're both rewarding, but you see more out of, you know, a dirty vehicle.
Yeah. Like it's already clean yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just clean that little spot right there.
However much you charge. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost makes you feel like, you know, well, you know, this thing was clean when you brought it to me, but, you know, which those are the good days.
Sure.
But I tell my helper all the time, I said it's harder to clean a clean car than it is to clean a dirty car.
Really? Why is that?
I mean, when a car's clean, you know, it can always be cleaner, but I feel like you got to be way more meticulous with it because, you know, if they bring it to you clean and you're trying to up the ante and make it more clean, it's kind of like, well, you know, here's a before picture, here's an after, and it's like it looks clean in both of them.
Oh,
you know, versus,
true.
You know, if one's destroyed, you know, gummy bears under the seat, French fries, 10 kids in the back, 3 golden retrievers, and it's like, oh, this is bad. But then you take the before picture and the after picture, and it's like the end goal is, you know, very gratifying.
So if I bring my truck to you, I should bring it really dirty. Is that what you're telling me?
Whatever you want to do. I'll clean anything. Dirty, clean, whatever.
I probably would take it to, like, another car wash first before I got it detailed. Because, like, again, like, if you're going to get it detailed, it's like you can have – you either want to get it washed or you want to get detailed.
Yeah. There's a difference.
If you just want to get it washed, just bring it to the place you get it washed.
Sure.
You know, or do it yourself.
Sure.
You want to get it detailed, it's like, okay, well, like, I'm not going to put Q-tips in, like, my vents.
Exactly.
You know, because it doesn't need it that often either.
Exactly.
You know, like.
Yeah, there's a difference. I'm glad you said that. There's a difference in a wash and a detail.
What's the difference in your mind between a wash and a detail?
I mean, in my mind, if you want a outside appearance to look good, you know, you can quickly run it through a car wash, you know, where if you want to get really meticulous and, you know, wax it, ceramic coat it, clean the inside, make it look like a brand new car, that's the difference in my eyes.
Now, what's a ceramic coat? Because I thought about getting that for my truck, but I like some scratches on it.
Yeah.
Like light scratches.
Yeah,
like,
it would need to be buffed, you know, compounded, get all the scratches out. And then what a ceramic coat does, just a few things to hit on. Obviously, here you don't have a garage. If it sits outside all the time, you know, it protects it from UV rays. It gives it another layer of, you know, protection as far as scratches, you know, beads water real good, you know, the whole 9 yards. So.
Well, I mean, I have a garage, but it's full of motorcycles.
Yeah, full of motorcycles.
What else am I going to put in there?
Sure, yeah. Don't need a truck in there. That's for sure.
No. Weights, motorcycles, and then some firewood.
Yeah.
Everything's about fire these days. What was the hardest part of turning a skill into a business that actually pays your bills?
I think it goes back to the discipline thing. Like, obviously, I knew from the start I had the skill to do it. And, you know, when you go back to having a job working for somebody else, you've got a paycheck coming in. So it's like, that's almost extra money. But it's like the dedication it takes to make it your full-time job, where it's like, okay, the bills are paid, you know, you got a little extra spending money. It all starts with dedication. You got to want it, and you've got to be consistent with it.
I think consistency is key.
Consistency is
for sure,
100%
because
key.
you still got to have a way of getting new customers.
Yeah.
Cleaning the cars.
Yeah.
That, you know, there's a whole process.
Yep.
It's not just clean the cars.
Yeah. If it was that easy, I think a lot more people would do it.
Right.
There's a whole process between the whole and this is something that I struggle with still. I'm working on it. Is the advertising? You know, you gotta. It's almost out of sight, out of mind if you're not constantly advertising, pushing it, you know.
Yeah.
But if people see it every day, they're like, okay, this dude's doing a lot. And then they could go through and, you know, look at the work, you know, on the business profile and be like, okay, see the results, stuff like that. Where if you're not promoting or advertising the company, it's like, you know, it's out of sight, out of mind. People's not thinking about it. Or there's always somebody down the street that is pushing, promoting, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah. And living it. I mean, how many customers you think you'd get if you drove in around in like a dirty vehicle?
Probably none. I mean, if I was looking to get my truck detailed and some guy was like, hey, I'll clean it, you know, but his truck's filthy, I'm going to be like, yeah, but I don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go to somebody over here that, you know, looks like they actually take pride in their work.
Yeah.
So,
like, I've seen your dirt bike at the track.
Yeah, it's not good.
I'm not going to.
Not good.
Yeah, which you take a lot of detail in everything. Me and you both have, I don't know if I've shown you, but like almost like blow dry the dirt bike.
Yep,
you know?
absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
use a leaf blower though, don't you?
Yeah, I use a leaf blower, sometimes an air hose if I want to get really meticulous, if I'm taking it apart or something like that. But
nice.
Yeah.
You've probably seen, I should show you the one I got. It's like a heated, like big blow dryer basically. But
really?
It's super sick, yeah.
Heated. I might have to check that out.
That's very nice. Yeah, that's good. Describe the first time you realize this isn't side money anymore. This is actually my life.
That goes back into, like I said earlier, where I really started struggling with it, my full-time job, you know, 7-8 months before I quit. I knew the money I was making at home, you know, only doing 1 or 2 cars a day because of my full-time job. I'm like, I'm dedicating all my time to them, and, you know, I'm still going home doing the best work I can, but it's like only so many hours in the day that you can do that. So I really started thinking, I was like, man, if I dedicate, you know, all my time every day to this, you know, we could really grow this and make it big. And ultimately that's what we've done. And it's turned into a very good thing that I'm very blessed and thankful for financially. And also I take a lot of pride in it. You know, got a lot of customers that, you know, leave you reviews or something. And, you know, it's prideful to me when somebody gets on and leaves you a great review, you know, saying how good you did or something like that. You know, that's means a lot to me.
Well, that's awesome, man. I mean, I think you genuinely enjoy it. I mean,
yeah.
One time, I can't remember the situation. When was it that you left your bike here? Or when was it? Because I picked your bike up and you washed my bike for me.
Yes. So if I remember correctly, you was running late to work or something, and we were all going down to Alabama to ride at Rick's.
Yes.
And I brought my bike down here to you so you could take it down there for me because we were driving my girlfriend's Jeep.
That's right.
And I was like, hey, you need your bike washed because I know you on a time crunch. I was like, I can do it while I'm there. And pulled her out of the driveway, got her all shined up, and worked good for both of us.
Man, yeah. No, I appreciate it, man. I mean, that meant a lot to me. You know, there's people think like, oh, I can never, you know, I don't feel comfortable doing that, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like the dirt bikes are made to get beat up. You know what I mean? You can just push it over and then pick it up, and it's gonna be totally fine. You know what I mean? But no, that meant a lot to me, man. So I appreciate it. It's those little things. I mean, a half hour from working all day and need to go leave early the next morning. It's not just 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's not.
It's also the time and energy.
Yeah.
You know, 30 minutes going to bed early, or that's time for me to make a quick phone call or pack some more things for the next day, versus starting your day with washing a dirt bike and then getting
up early, you washing a dirt bike. It's like, oh my gosh, I've got so much to do.
Right, exactly. That's the first thing. It's like, bro,
no.
I don't want to do this. Yeah. So I really appreciate that,
Absolutely.
man.
Glad I could help.
You said there are no highs without lows. What's one low that forced you to level up?
I think, obviously, there's a bunch of different lows. through the years of growing this company. But I think the biggest thing is, the financial struggle working at, my full-time job for somebody else, knowing the financial gain I could have, pursuing my own company. And that made me, it was a financial thing, really, that drove me. I wanted to do it, but that was the real thing that was like, okay, you're holding yourself back here when you could be bettering yourself doing this.
Well, I think that's important to note how much inaction can cost you. Because think about, you don't have to share, but if we can use like a hypothetical number. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's say you're making extra $2,000 a month. Just say that to be easier, right?
Yeah.
And when did you switch over?
I've been doing this full time about 4 months now.
4 months now. Okay, so say you did in January. And let's say go to July. So say 6 months. If you had done it 6 months earlier, that's $12,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
Heads up.
Yeah.
So there's a cost in action. But then think about also, too, how is that affecting you mentally if you hadn't changed anything?
Yeah, that was another thing. I sat down with my girlfriend and I was like, she could tell. You can tell when somebody's struggling with something, even if it's not talked about. That job had, now granted, I was thankful for it. I spent a long time there, but it got to a point where I knew I was just, I think when you step off the deep end with no guaranteed, I'm getting a paycheck this Friday, it can be scary. I was scared. But she seen the struggle I was dealing with, having to wake up, go work for them all day, and then come home and try to focus on my business and build that.
Yeah.
And the end goal is obviously what it was now. But that weighed on me for a bit, but it's all good now.
Yeah, it feels better, right?
It feels great.
The weight's gone.
Yep, the weight's gone.
More money.
Yep.
That's what I try to tell people when I'm talking about coaching. It's, I don't want to invest. It's when you look at things that, even just from a financial standpoint, if you can get someone to take action, you're going to way more make your money back.
Yeah.
Anytime you invest in yourself.
You have to invest in yourself.
With a coach or education or a new skill, learning AI, whatever it is, investing yourself in the business. I think it's smart to do that, because then when you think about mentally and emotionally how that's affecting you, that's incalculable. You can't calculate that.
Sure.
Well, that's affecting me 200 emotional points. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
If you had to put it in finance, it'd be way more.
Absolutely.
Most likely. Because what would you pay for a peace of mind? You can't put a price on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
like when your relationships sucks, it affects everything else.
It affects it all.
It's like, if I could pay $500 and my relationship's better, then okay, cool. Let's fix this.
Yeah, let's fix it.
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah, you have to invest in yourself.
Absolutely.
Whether it be, for me, it started small. Obviously, I built it into what it is today with, a shop, and then little things down the road. Like I've got big signs now out on roads. I've got a billboard on one of the biggest roads in Murray. So, you have to invest in yourself and believe in yourself.
Amen. And coming here, being on the podcast, putting yourself out there, this is an investment.
Absolutely.
I'm paying for the content, but sharing it, doing those other things, it makes a big difference.
Sure.
Betting on yourself, being open, being vulnerable.
Yep.
It's like having a business page for your Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and then it's private.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Exactly.
I don't want to.
People's not gonna see it.
Yeah.
You gotta.
I was asking someone the other day, which I check all my DMs personally, by the way, and times someone was like, "Oh, you're not. Is this an AI robot?" No, it's me checking my DMs, trying to ask them questions about their business, and they're like, "Oh, I don't feel comfortable." Like, well, what are you talking about? Their account also was private, by the way. Like, why even put that you're an entrepreneur and talk about your business
when it's just for you to see?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it might come down to fear.
Yeah.
I think that's part of it. So
I think fear holds a lot of people back. I mean, it held me back for, like I said, I struggled for 7-8 months really hard about this decision. And then once I was like, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Sink or swim.
Yeah.
And it's been the best thing I've ever done.
Do you know why we have fear? Why it's holding you back?
I think there's just fear there's fear in everything, I feel like. And then obviously there's good fear and bad fear. But I feel like there's fear in everything, and everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, it's just you're trying to protect yourself.
Yeah.
That's what our minds are trying to do. Trying to keep us from experiencing pain. But sometimes our brain lies to itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? I mean, I talk about dirt bikes a lot, and since we're at dirt bikes, we can talk about this, but
Right.
there are times where very capable of hitting a jump. And, hey, I got this. Boom. Go for it. What was I worried about?
Yeah.
And then there's other times I think fear is important where getting tired, maybe I shouldn't go for one more lap.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember what happened last time?
Yeah.
No. Not so good.
There was, that brings up a good point about riding dirt bikes. There was a track out in California that I was out at with Rick, and there was one jump on the whole track that I was not jumping. And I was almost mad at myself, beating myself up. I'm like, you can jump that. But it was, all the things started running in my head like, you're 28 hours from home. Like, if you get hurt, there's a lot bigger consequences than just this jump. But, in my mind, I was like, I can jump this, no problem. And I ended up jumping it, and it was the easiest jump on the track once you commit. It was like, you had to commit, and then it's like, why have I wasted the day not doing that, stressing myself out? Because it was so easy.
Yeah. And that's a hard thing to do. I mean, that is definitely dangerous. I think you should hit the jump within, let's say, like the first 4 laps, because then what happens is that self-fulfilling prophecy you have in your mind, oh, the hospital, I'm so far away, what happens?
Absolutely.
And then you make it happen.
Absolutely.
You let off the gas before the jump.
And then fear causes hesitation, and hesitation causes fear to come true.
Yep.
So.
Exactly. Well, that's awesome you got on, man. That's sick. You started to use ChatGPT a little bit. We were talking about
a little bit. Yep. You introduced me to that.
AI in there. And how's that been going?
It's been a very helpful tool.
Okay.
I'm not too tech savvy, so every now and then that helps.
Yeah. Well, it can definitely help your business.
Yeah.
Do you think that if you had a guide that gave you the exact prompts to talk to ChatGPT to help every area of your business, you think that would be helpful?
I think it would. I could see where it would be beneficial.
If you're listening to this and you want my guide, my prompts that I use for AI to help me in my business, go to my Instagram, Jake Paul Turner, give me the word AI podcast, and I will send you the framework, the prompts that I use to help my business with AI. Perfect time. How can people find you and your business to get their car, truck, boat detailed, right?
Yep. We do it all. Boats, motorcycles, cars, whatever. We'll make it shine. But the business profile is Hale's Performance Detailing on Facebook. Give us a like, give us a follow, and check it out.
Yep. You're on Instagram too, right?
Not the business, no.
Okay.
I am personally, but not the business, just Facebook.
Okay. Maybe we'll get one going for you or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. That'd be good. We'll get you rolling on that one too.
Yeah.
What's the difference between working hard and working smart in your world?
It's a good question. I feel like you have to work smart to also work hard. But when you put the two together, I feel like it creates a good outcome in time management, efficiency, things like that when you put the two together.
What's like a tip that you could give someone about washing their car that everyone screws up?
This is a funny one. Clean your door jams.
Door jams?
Door jams. Clean your door jams.
Like with what?
I mean,
just wipe it out?
Yeah, you got to get a little more meticulous than that. But everybody, the first thing I do when I look at a car is I look at the door jams. They're either, if somebody takes more care of their car, they're pretty clean. If it's trashed, if it's a white car, they're black. And it's like, some people forget the little details, and it's like the little details is what creates the whole big picture.
Gotcha. Okay, it's like if you go to someone's house and you want to know if it's clean, you open up their microwave.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, same situation.
Oh,
yeah, it's like, okay, well, we might not eat dinner here tonight. We might go get a cheeseburger.
any excuse to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it works.
It does. But yeah, it's just like people look at that.
Yeah.
Or, open it up. Oh, that's dirty. Close it. Problem solved. You know,
Yeah.
same thing with your freezer.
Yeah.
It's like the popsicles from 1999 are in there or whatever.
And door jams are a thing. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind. You open them up, jump in the car, close the door, and nobody sees it.
Yeah.
If you're driving down the road, it could be halfway clean, and then you open it up, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, dang.
So it's like you got to start with the fine details.
Yeah. I should have you. Would you detail my dirt bike and my truck at the same time?
Yeah, bring them both.
Man,
Let's
that'd be
roll.
so sick. Like my trailer.
Yeah, we can do it all.
Do it all.
I actually do have to buff a trailer next week.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, we can make those shine too.
Wow. Yeah, I could use some maintenance on those. I am pretty sure. So, bike's not bad.
Yeah.
But my trailer's getting a little old. I have like a enclosed motorcycle trailer.
Yeah.
Anyone listening to this? Pretty nice. How do you balance pride in your craft with the pressure to keep building bigger?
I think it starts with, again, dedication. You got to have dedication to be able to take pride in what you're doing. And obviously to see things grow, it's not going to grow if you don't take pride and you do things halfway. You gotta stay dedicated. You gotta stay, driven to want to give the best product to every car and every customer you do. And the outcome when, you see people recommending you or something like that, or so-and-so calls and say, hey, friend recommended you, said that you did great. It's very prideful in the end to see things like that.
Yeah, you won't want to be receiving a call from a customer who said, oh, John said you clean a car like this and do this little detailing thing and have a nice leather air freshener in there. And then they get in their car and they're like, son of a bitch, like there's no air freshener.
Right.
The vents aren't clean.
Yeah.
Once you've set that standard.
Yeah, if you set the standard, you got to continue. And I mean, my thing is, like, I've got a standard I like, and I mean, I try to go above and beyond the standard. Like, I try to make it the best I possibly can for every vehicle, every customer I see. Because at the end of the day, like, your name's on the line, like, you got a reputation, and I've got the clientele because of my reputation.
Right.
So I want to keep building that and make sure I give the best I can every time.
Give me an example of a way that you go above and beyond for a customer.
I feel like just don't miss the little things. Like, you can make a car clean, from an appearance standpoint. But then if you really start nitpicking things like underneath the seats, kids might put gummy bears or something, like it's out of sight, out of mind. Mm-hmm. Like you open the door and it's like, oh, this is real clean. But then, you look on a seat and it's like, he didn't even take the extra time to do that.
Yeah.
Like you always got to take the extra time for the extra details.
Yeah. I would be worried if you washed my vehicle that you might prank me in some way.
It's very possible. You gave me an idea now. You shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
I got one in mind that is going to drive you crazy, and I've got to do it now. I'll let it roll for about a day, and then you'll be calling me, what in the world did you do? But yeah, well, I appreciate that.
Well, I know you have you've pranked some people you worked with before in the past. You mind sharing one of those stories?
I can't share it because then I might give away yours.
Oh man! All right, I'll just have to wait and see.
There may have been some. There's things called little crickets. I give it away.
Okay.
It looks like a little watch battery, but it chirps in intervals, like every. It might be. Okay, 2 minutes, and then you're like, okay, well, let's look at the watch. It'd do it again in 2 minutes. No, you think so? It'll do it in 13 minutes and then 7 minutes, and it just chirp all the time and drive you crazy. So I wasn't the only one involved in this, but we pranked one of my buddies, and we took his light fixture down in his office, and we stuck that thing up there.
Yeah.
Man, it drove him crazy for a week. He was like, who put this cricket in my office? I mean, he tore that thing apart, except for the light fixture. And it's like, you got to get creative if you're going to be good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well,
but now I can't put a cricket in your truck.
No.
So you're safe now.
Well, that's good. Be warned. I can use my same level of discipline.
That's true. That's true.
To have retaliation.
That's true.
I choose not to, but a sense of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all fun.
When did you realize success had less to do with money and more to do with identity?
I feel like it kind of hits home when, I clean your truck and then you go tell your friends, oh, hey, Taylor did a great job, cleaning my vehicle. And it's not even about the money. It's about, the pride I take in the job, and then hearing the compliments or the things like that, or the Facebook reviews. Oh, did an amazing job, stuff like that. That really, I take pride in that over a financial standpoint.
Yeah, I think you should, especially when it comes from a credible source. I mean, I'm sure you're going to watch someone's car who's crazy, and is going to give you a 1-star review.
I mean, you can't please everybody.
No.
You can do $1 million job and they hate it, and you can do a $5 job and they'll be fine with it. You there's always people you can't please. Yeah. But you got to take the good with the bad.
Well, and you can't rationalize with an irrational person.
Exactly.
So it's like, what's the point?
Exactly.
I think just try and, like you said, weed out. Like, well, they're not going to be a customer anymore.
Yeah. Put a star by their name.
Right. Real busy. I just can't, the water's freezing. I got a blow dryer.
Bad time of year.
Something's chirping.
Yeah.
That would be the person you put the chirping.
Absolutely. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Don't leave your windows open. Crickets jumping.
Yeah, they can. A big box of those, and that's how you just get rid of the customers.
Yeah.
It makes me think of like a smoke alarm, like the battery's going low. You hear the little chirp.
Yep.
So that's driving me crazy.
Yeah, and it's like, again, you can't track it because it's never on schedule. Like, it just does it whenever it wants to.
Wow. Who created that thing? Yeah,
I don't know, but they're like $3 on Amazon, and that dude's probably a multimillionaire.
Yeah, but it's
just for people wanting to prank people. It's genius.
Yeah. It's also like a sense of evil as well too. I feel like
a little bit. Yeah,
not like
but
drastic.
With good intentions. Like, we're all here to have fun.
Sure. Yeah, it's not gonna last like
it's not gonna last forever.
20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, you give it a couple days, and then see them tearing apart offices, and you're like, okay, bud, check the light fixture, and then they're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's not the same sense. Like, have you ever had, like, I've heard this is a prank, but someone takes like a fish and throws it underneath someone's car seat. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Maybe I shouldn't be suggesting that. But it's gross. Ooh. I mean, the smell of dead
fish. That would be bad. That would be bad. That might take a while to clean.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
It'd be gross. It reminds me of, like, I don't like, they have fish sauce. It's like a Thai soy sauce. Mm-hmm. It really smells like fish.
Ugh.
Not a fan of myself.
That would not be good.
Yeah. I don't like just the smell. I like soy sauce. But not,
I've never had it.
Not fish sauce.
Yeah.
You ever had Thai food?
No.
Oh, man.
I'll try it.
Yeah. Do you like Chinese food?
No. The list can keep going. It's going to be a no.
What about Greek food? Maybe not Greek.
No, never. Hey, I'm down to try it. I've just never tried
it. That's fair. If someone shadowed you for a week, what would surprise them most about what being successful actually looks like?
Hard work. Obviously, success starts with hard work, and I feel like people can get an image in their head. Oh, he works for himself. He could go do what he wants, or oh, he might be riding his dirt bike today. It's nice. Like, no, it's hard work at the base of everything, and I feel like people would need to notice that.
Yeah, it's not just bush lights and
Yeah.
Bahama drinks with cocktail
Yeah. It's
umbrellas
not
in
all
them. Yeah.
it's not all fun and games all the time.
After the work's done, sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
But
You know. When you look at your shop today, what memory reminds you how far you've come?
It reminds me to be thankful and grateful for the hard times, when the water was freezing or, when it's 40 degrees out and I've got lights set up in my driveway trying to make a car just perfect. And now, thankfully, I've built it into this and I've got the luxury to have a heated and aired shop, lights, when it's dark out, it really puts it into perspective and makes me thankful for the hard work I've put in and just continue to put it in.
What do you do when, say, you got a car that's like immaculate? It looks perfect. You're like, I'm done, and then you take it out of the shop and then it rains. Have you read that before?
Ooh. It's never been in my hands when it rains, but I have had people, bring them to me and it's like, I feel bad because, it looks amazing. And then it's like, I look at the forecast and tomorrow it's supposed to rain. And I'm like, I feel bad for them because they just paid good money for this and they've got a clean car. And then it's like, tomorrow it's going to get destroyed. But it's like, I'm not a weatherman and they wanted it done. So I'm just the guy that makes it happen.
Yeah, that's true. I never care in those situations.
Yeah.
Like I washed my truck yesterday. It's like raining, kind of snowy today.
Sure.
I more care about what's on the inside that matters.
Yeah.
Like
the inside is, and some people are like that. We could do inside and out, and then it rain, but as long as the inside's good, they're like, hey, it's the weather. It's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah.
So.
I like getting to a vehicle when you get in. You're just like, shut the door. It's like, this is nice.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the opposite. You get in, you're like, ugh.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this ain't good. I might need to take my own vehicle.
Yeah, or you're like start like moving stuff out of the way. You like put your feet somewhere.
I would much rather get out of a vehicle and have to worry about wiping my footprint off because it's so clean than being like, ugh, this is gonna be a long ride to town.
Yeah, you actually make the car cleaner by getting into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wow. Some people's just
it's
McDonald's bags and like you said,
French fries. I mean, man, if I had every French fry I've ever cleaned from a car, I wouldn't have to order anything the rest of my life. I could just live off French fries. I mean, it's crazy.
You ever pick one up and you're just like,
no, I've never done that. Never. I've not been that hungry, thankfully.
Don't lie to me, boy.
Thankfully, I've never been that hungry. Not gonna say it won't happen, but just yet, we're still doing all right.
I've had a moment like that where I'm like, think about it. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yes, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, that's good. Going fast, you'll have those moments of
y'all tried to
crossing
talk me into that. I don't think I'm the fasting type. If I'm not eating by 11:30, it's like, okay, we about to get hangry. We got to get it eaten.
Yeah.
So
you're more the hangry type.
Yeah, absolutely. If I'm hungry, I'm not fun to be around. It's like just somebody get a cheeseburger.
Now, did you eat a cheeseburger for breakfast too?
Most times.
Most times, really.
Yeah. Start your day off good. I mean.
Now, did you pick one up or you just cook one?
No, most time I pick one up.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
It seemed a lot more effort, like at home and you're like trying to.
Yeah, it's just quicker just to run somewhere, grab one, and I don't do it every morning, but sometimes I'm like, maybe on a Friday, end of the week, it's like, we're gonna go eat breakfast cheeseburger this morning and be good to go.
Sounds good.
It starts the day off great. Ask Rick.
Yeah.
So there was a time, it's been a year or so ago, we went and did a trail ride together. And I told him, I was like, I'll handle the food. And he was like, wonderful.
He's probably
cheeseburgers all week. So he shows up with his own food.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, just trust me. Trust the process.
Yeah, the process.
So we wake up and I start grilling. I'm like,
okay,
man, we're doing cheeseburgers for breakfast. But to make it breakfast, we're putting bacon on these things. Right? And he was like, man, I ain't eating that. I'm like, trust me. You'll go faster today if you trust me. I know it sounds dumb. He eats one. He's like, is pretty nice. I could do this more often in the mornings. I'm like, I told you. I mean, you just got to trust me.
It's something about it. Next time we go down there, I have a grill in my trailer I just never used.
Really?
Yeah. We should,
Oh,
with
I
the
love to
propane.
grill. Yeah, I love to grill.
Yeah, we should totally just cook at the track,
I'm down.
I mean, or like, I don't care what we make, but when Rick was here, when he stayed for his podcast, I grilled some not pork chops. I grilled some steaks for us
Oh,
in
yeah.
the morning and put some eggs on them.
Nah, you kind of lost me at the eggs.
Really?
Yeah, you kind of lost me
too
there.
healthy.
You were sounding good until then. You were sounding good.
Bacon grease? I mean, what do you
I mean, we can get down with some of that, but
turkey gravy? I don't know.
yeah, I feel like if it's not greasy, it's not good.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be good for you, but your taste buds are gonna love it.
Oh yeah. Well, of course, like fat is flavor, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like I eat like a vegetarian meal every day. I actually enjoy that. But if you added some grease to it, it probably would taste better.
Sure, I would bet on it.
What about ramen? I have to stop myself from just talking about food the entire podcast. I love food. We
Yeah.
might get ramen after this. You ever had ramen before? Not the cup O noodle, but like a bowl,
No, never
like
had
a
it.
pho. That's what it's called. The other
No,
ones?
never
Yeah.
had it.
What the fuck? Never had pho.
I'm strict on my routine. Like, you got to stay disciplined to the schedule.
Well, what about a cheeseburger soup?
That sounds horrible.
How they make it?
Absolutely.
Is it gross? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had cheeseburger pizza. It's pretty good.
I have had that. I'm not a huge pizza guy. I got to be in the mood for it. Like once every 3 years, I might throw down on a pizza.
3 years?
Yeah, I mean, you can't just have pizza every night.
Not every night.
You got to be in the mood for it.
Comes from the person saying you can't have cheeseburgers every day.
Well, I mean, it's all in what you like.
Oh man.
So we all know my eating habits are horrible. So
Oh,
this
you're
just clarifies
I'm
it.
I'm just giving you some shiv about it. What's one piece of advice you'd give to the guy still working nights in his driveway?
Don't give up.
Don't give
I
up.
mean, you gotta start with that, and there's gonna be highs, there's gonna be lows, but the highs will outweigh the lows if you stay consistent and do good work.
What do you think the lowest point is that you've had when you're cleaning cars?
I wouldn't even say it's a low. I would say it's a good thing, but sometimes your mind works in different ways. So there may be days where, again, it would be good, where it's like, okay, you've got so much to do, and it almost turns into your mind as stressing yourself out and turns it into a low, but in reality, it's really a good thing. So I feel like I've struggled with that before. It's like, oh my gosh, this is a problem, but in reality, it's not a problem. And I feel like that's a low I've struggled with before, but in reality, it's kind of a high, if that makes sense. Stuff like that.
Have you ever felt lost before?
Yes. I mean, when you go back to the business, there's been times, such as the water freezing. It's like, it's almost like you're lost and you're like, what do you do now? And you're just searching and searching. And it's like, am I even making the right decision? But it all goes back to, the drive to want to be successful, and that always pulls out.
Do you want me to teach you a story about how people lose themselves?
Let's hear it.
Let me show you how most people lose themselves. They trade time for a paycheck, freedom for payments, peace for a screen, weekends for work, moments that mattered for noise, and then somewhere along the lines, this all became normal. You didn't run out of time. You ran out of room. And when your life's full of nonsense, your heart doesn't feel full. It feels broken. What's the grossest thing you found in someone's car before?
Oh, so this is bad. I did not know the person, and thankfully he was honest with me up front. I try, in a growing business, I try not to turn anything down. You got to take the good with the bad. And I had a guy call me. This was back in the middle of summer, probably August or something. And he was like, "Hey, man, I need to see if you can help me out." I went to the grocery and bought milk and forgot to take the milk out when he got home.
Oh.
And it exploded.
Oh, bro.
Dude, it was everywhere. It looked like a speckled Dalmatian everywhere in a black interior car. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
In a black interior.
Yeah, and the smell.
It was in summer?
Oh, yeah, it was probably August, 100 degrees. I mean, horrible.
Milk was a bad choice.
It was bad. We got her clean, but it was bad. It was bad.
Oh, man.
There was another one. This actually turned out to be very good, and they turned out to be repeat customers. But this lady called me, and they had went and got Mexican for takeout. And I guess a bag ripped or something. Well, cheese dip got down in the seat. It had like the little perforated holes in the seats and everything.
Okay.
And
into the seat.
Yes, in the seat. And they were like, you could see it. And I don't know if they had their heated seats on. I don't know what. But it was like, it must have been like a month after this. They finally decided to
Heat the cheese up.
Man, I spent hours just meticulously, because I was like, I got to make it right. So it was like, to make the appearance right before you worry about the smell or anything, I took like toothpicks in every little hole in that whole seat and got every bit of it out. I mean, it took forever. That was another one of those times where I'm like, am I doing the right thing? It's like, man, this is a struggle.
It's like toothpick with the cheese.
Yeah, 3 hours later.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
But the outcome, like I said, they're repeat customers to this day. So it's been good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah. that was a wild one.
What's like the funniest thing you think you've found in someone's car?
The funniest
or weirdest?
This ain't really weird or funny, but I had a guy, I kind of knew the guy, and at first I was like, this might be a test. Like, I don't know. I knew of him, but he called me and he was like, I forgot to tell you, there's 10 grand in the glove box. And I'm like, I hadn't even gotten that far yet. Well, I opened the glove box. There was 10 grand in $100 bills.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, just going to close that and not touch that no more.
Wow, what a great tip. Thank you.
Yeah, so it was like, I don't really know why he didn't take that out. Like, I don't know the whole story behind that, but that guy is also a repeat customer today. So it's like, and I mean, even today, there's never been 10 grand again, but every time I get in his car, there's money in it. So it's like, I don't know, clean around it, put the money back where it goes, and be done.
Wow, that's wild, man.
Yeah, that was the thing that caught me off guard more than anything I've ever seen. I was like, oh, that's a lot of money. Like, why is that still in there? Like, if it was me, I'd have been like, yeah, let me get 10 grand out of my console before I drop it off with somebody I don't know.
Right.
But
it's like how much you just normally just carry on them, you know what
I
mean? Like,
I mean, it's like, did you just put that in there, or do you just carry 10 grand everywhere you go? Like, I don't know. It was strange.
Yeah, I don't carry a lot of cash on me. Sometimes I'll have like a $100 bill.
Yeah.
Like one. In case I need to pay for something or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
You know? And someone I didn't know very well one time, I was going to get sandwiches in this person. And order the sandwich. Hold on, be right back. I'm going to go get the sandwiches. I go inside and come back. And this is someone who I'm like new to knowing, you know? And I swear later on, the money's gone. I'm like, did this mother Falker take my $100 bill? Because I'm a minimalist.
Right.
Like if this coffee cup goes away, I'll be like, aliens must have taken it. There's no other place.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah.
You know, and I just couldn't believe it.
Right.
Some people just think like, you know what? Screw him.
Yeah.
You know? The guy had a lot of trust in you, so that's
He
cool.
did, and I was like, again, he's a great customer to this day, and I've got to know him real well. So now I kind of, I'd say he's a well-off person.
Sure.
And, I'm glad he trusted me. I feel like that kind of set the tone. But it's like he didn't tell me when he was there. Like he called me afterwards. I was like, "Hey, there's $10,000 in the console." I'm like, I thought he was messing with me.
Yeah,
He wasn't.
Yeah.
So, but
Okay.
no, it's built into, more of a friendship now. So.
Yeah. I'd probably play some things to mess with you on my truck for fun, just because.
I can play games back.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. This is how this is gonna go.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
If you had a chance to go back and talk to your 9-year-old self, what would you tell him?
I feel like as I get older, and I tell this to people now, and I'm 31. Everybody always said, appreciate the small things. Life's short. It goes by quick. And as a 9-year-old, you're sitting in school listening to your teacher, and it's like, oh my gosh, is this 8 hours ever gonna end? And now 8 hours is like that. Years are like that now, and it seems like the older I get, the more I realize that, and you got to appreciate things. And that would be my thing is, appreciate the life you're given, and don't take it for granted because it's short.
Yeah, man, I totally agree with that. The days are long, but the years are short.
Absolutely.
And we always think, oh, there's more time for me to do that, And when reality is, there's going to be a day, me and you aren't going to know it, but that's the last day
Yeah.
we rode
Time's up.
our dirt bike.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily our death, but there's going to be a last day where we're not going to be able to do
Sure.
a certain thing.
Sure.
Yeah. The last car you ever washed. You never know. You know? Yeah. It's wild.
Yep.
Okay. Before I end the podcast, I want to share one of my favorite quotes.
All right.
Without the burn, there's no brilliance. Everyone fears the fire, but they forget it's what creates light. Let's go! We've come to a point in the podcast where it's called Rapid Fire Random Questions.
Okay.
So, bunch of random questions, get people to know you quicker.
Okay.
Try and keep the answers short and sweet.
Okay.
What's a dream car you still haven't detailed yet?
I would like to detail a McLaren. I like McLarens, so that would be a cool one.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be sick. Coffee or energy drink?
Neither.
Neither.
I'm a water or Mountain Dew guy.
Okay.
So,
that's fair.
yeah.
You're from Kentucky. I mean, Mountain Dew's popular in there. I like Mountain Dew. It's good. What's your favorite detailing tool?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a favorite, but a vacuum is always handy, and it shows, a transformation. So I like to see, the transformation as the process goes along. So I would probably say a vacuum.
Nice. That would be a good way for you to do content as well, too. Do transformations.
Yeah.
You show like what they call it, like where like it speeds up, show how you clean things.
Sure, yeah. That would be good.
People love those things.
Yeah.
What's where already said that one? A foam cannon or a hand wash?
Foam cannon's faster. I don't always think it's the best. I think it serves a purpose, but if you're wanting to get meticulous, I think a hand wash always wins.
What's the first car you ever owned?
Like, that I ever had or I owned personally?
You owned personally.
That would have been a 2005 Dodge Ram 1500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was the first vehicle I ever bought with my own money.
That's sick. I had a Dodge Caravan.
Ooh.
Well, yeah, blue.
My truck was blue.
so
Yep.
sick.
Yep.
What's your favorite air freshener scent?
Ooh. Tropical mango.
Ooh. Sounds good.
Beachy vibe.
Yeah. Love the beach. What's your biggest pet peeve when detailing a car?
Just trying to make it perfect. Like, everything's got to be perfect. And if it's not, then it's not perfect.
Yeah. Perfect doesn't exist, right?
Well, that's true. That's true. That's why I said try. Try.
There you go. What's one brand or product you'll defend to the death?
Ooh. Probably that tropical mango scent. Like, you can't live without it.
All right.
I mean, everybody that gets in the car is like, "Oh, what's in here?" I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Bring it back if you want it again.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Now I want mango. Sounds delicious. If your work ethic had a horsepower rating, what would it be?
Oh, at least 5 million. We grinding all day.
What's a word your crew would use to describe you in the shop?
It depends on the day. Sometimes I'm funny, and then sometimes I'm more serious. I think it kind of depends on the job and how the tone's set from the get-go.
And final question, what's the one decision that has made the biggest difference in your life?
With the business, it would be taking the leap of faith to step out. But, I mean, with that word being said, faith, from a very young age has been very important and has guided me, through my life. So that would be a big one.
Yeah. Awesome. Taylor, thank you so much for the podcast. Appreciate
Thank you, man.
Yep,
Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching the Jake Turner podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and to follow me on all my other social media platforms. The links are in the description below.